Drawing standards. Engineering drawing being a medium of communicating engineering information, and since such information is used by different people within as well outside an organization, it is important that established standards are followed while such information is created. In this topic, you will learn drawing standards used in an industry and its relevance to the industry. We know that there are multiple functions in any organization that participate in the success of a product, like development, planning, manufacturing, sales, services, etc. However, in today's highly competitive and global market scenario, to get the right talent and also maintain profitability, some of these functions are scattered across geographies. This gives rise to challenges in effective and accurate communication of design and manufacturing intents. Drawing is that language of engineers which helps communicate with each other. As every language, engineering drawing also have some common rules and grammar which is called as standards. Standardization helps in unambiguous communication and it also aids with internationalization. People from different countries who speak different languages can share the common language of engineering drawing and can thus communicate with each other quite well. Using global standards help companies to minimize risk of miscommunication, improves marketability, promotes interoperability. Let's understand important standards used in industry. ISO standards, ANSI standards, BS standards, TIN standards, JIS standards, BIS standards. The International Organization for Standardization or ISO is umbrella governing body consisting membership of 164 national standards bodies. Industries decide which standards to follow based on market region or customer where it sells its products. And regions where actual manufacturing is done. Note, standardization is a dynamic and continuous process. The standards follow the development in engineering and technological advancements. ISO standards. ISO stands for the International Organization for Standardization. The International Organization for Standardization has formulated and issued such international standards for engineering drawing, for which all major economies such as USA, European Union, India, Japan, and United Kingdom has given their approval and accordingly modified their own standards to align with ISO in order to streamline standards across the globe. ISO 128, an international standard about the general principles of presentation in technical drawings, specifically the graphical representation of objects on technical drawings. ISO 1101 represents the initial basis and describes the required fundamentals for geometrical tolerancing. ISO-compliant technical drawings are used across all industries ranging from manufacturing products and technology to food safety, agriculture, and healthcare. But some industry sectors where they are certainly used are construction and civil engineering, shipbuilding, ANSI standards. Let's take example of ASME, which is part of ANSI standards. The American National Standards Engineering Drawing and Related Documentation Practices ASMEY 14 and ANSIY 14 contains the most widely accepted set of engineering drawing standards in the United States. ASME standards mainly focus on mechanical engineering and manufacturing, covering most facets of engineering drawings and manufacturing related documents. ASME codes and standards cover many technical areas such as fastener, plumbing fixtures, elevators, pipelines, power plant systems. ASME standard have specific codes for boilers and pressure vessels, elevators and escalators, cranes and lifting rigging equipments, piping and pipelines, bioprocessing equipments, valves, flanges and gaskets, nuclear components and process performance codes. ASME compliant technical drawings are used across various industries. Some industry sectors where they are certainly used are refineries and process industries, power plant engineering. BS standards. British standards began standardizing the number and type of steel section in order to make British manufacturers more efficient and competitive. For instance, the BS 8888 is the British standard developed by the BSI group for technical product documentation, geometric product specification, geometric tolerance specification, and engineering drawings. DIN standards. DIN stands for Deutsche Institute of Normung or German Institute for Standardization. DIN standards are sent to the European Union and adopted as EN standards across European Union. DIN standard 406 gives the recommended practices for engineering drawings, such as how dimensions and tolerances are to be called out. JIS standards. JIS stands for Japanese Standards Association. JIS B0001 to 2010 standard provides guidelines on technical drawing for mechanical engineering. BIS standards. BIS stands for Bureau of Indian Standards. Based on the guidelines laid out by ISO, BIS has modified the Indian standard, that is IS 696 to 1972, to come up with IS 10714 to 1983. BIS has also authored engineering drawing practice for schools and colleges in the document ISSP 46. Note: for detailed information about specific standards, please visit the respective website and search for engineering drawing standards. Drawing standards. This lesson briefly provided you with some commonly used standards while creating engineering drawing to ensure consistency and uniformity of information as interpreted by different recipients of such information.